This episode contains mature language and adult situations.
Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, my friend. And how is it that you stumbled into my caverns of the abyss? I am ancient. I am forever. And I have been chained down here for millennia. I am the Shadow Dweller, here to keep you company until the abyss swallows you whole. I've been here for eons and collected stories. I will tell you a tale to pass the time. Short stories of horror, tiny tales of the creepy. I will assure you, by the end you'll be screaming with madness. Morbid Morsals is a new chapter of terror. A short tale of madness to, let's just say, carry your tremendous suffering over to the longer, fuller episodes. Your torment and endless suffering has helped me go stronger. To reunite my brothers once again, to open the portal from here, the nether realm, to your world, to unleash darkness and chaos upon all mankind. We have grown stronger by passing these tales of madness on to you. Not only will we feast on your souls, but we will unleash hell on earth. We'll be seeking new, unfortunate souls to torment. New chapters of fear, tales of the unbelievable, and more skin-peeling episodes. Remember, your dark thoughts lead you to me. I won't have to find you. It will be you that seeks me out. This morbid morsel is called Smarty-Pants.
Floyd, the janitor at Ridgeway High, had been there longer than most students had been alive. He was a fixture, a man of routine, always seen pushing his mop and humming to himself. The kids loved to make jokes at his expense, mocking his slow mannerisms and his old patched-up uniform. It was easy to laugh at Floyd because he never fought back. He just offered a simple smile, never seeming to mind. The truth was, he didn't mind. Floyd liked the quiet, the solitude, and his time outside, especially at night, when he could smoke under the stars and let his thoughts drift. One chilly October evening, after the school emptied out and his work was done, Floyd went to his usual spot by the loading dock. Lighting up a cigarette, he exhaled and glanced up, scanning the familiar sky. But tonight, something was different. A bright light appeared, far too big and close to be a star. It was strange, white, pulsing, like it was breathing. As he watched, it began to move faster and closer until it filled his vision with blinding brightness. He barely registered the strange hum vibrating through his bones before he was knocked backward. The world faded to black. Floyd, woke up on the cold concrete, his cigarette still smoldering nearby. Dazed, he looked around, but the sky was empty again, with no trace of the light. Brushing himself off, he chalked it up to one too many late nights and trudged home, dismissing the whole thing as an odd dream. The next morning, Floyd noticed something strange. As he walked into the building, a snippet of Spanish conversation caught his ear, and to his surprise, he understood every word. He had never learned Spanish. Heck, he barely passed English in high school. Yet, he not only understood, but could speak it fluently. The surprise deepened as the day went on. Floyd found himself recognizing patterns in mathematical equations, recalling scientific concepts, and even fixing a broken boiler by rattling off complex engineering principles. It was like his mind had opened, and he could absorb and retain everything in his environment. Word spread quickly about Floyd, the janitor who could now recite entire encyclopedias by memory, solve complex physics equations, and even debate philosophy with the teachers. He became a phenomenon. People wanted to understand what had happened to this quiet janitor who, overnight, had transformed into the smartest man alive. News outlets, scientists, and professors came, all baffled by his newfound abilities. Months went by, and Floyd's fame grew. He appeared on talk shows where he answered questions in languages he'd never heard, explained theories that left experts speechless, and analyzed art, history, and science with an unparalleled depth. But even with all this knowledge, Floyd felt strangely empty, as though something important was missing. 1 year after that first encounter, Floyd found himself on a late-night drive home from yet another television appearance. The roads were dark and empty, and as he approached a lonely stretch, he saw it. The light hanging over the road, just as it had that fateful night. His heart pounded, a mixture of fear and strange familiarity. The light moved closer, his car's headlights flickered, and the radio turned to static. Before he could react, it enveloped him. In that moment, a flood of images and thoughts rushed through Floyd's mind. He saw worlds beyond imagining, alien landscapes, creatures speaking in languages he somehow understood. Memories of the past year poured from him, unwinding in streams of information, as if he were a recorder playing back everything he had experienced, learned, and known. The aliens had been watching, using him to absorb humanity's knowledge, collecting data through his mind. And now, their experiment was over. The light faded, and Floyd found himself alone in the dark, his mind quiet and empty. He felt hollow, as though something had been torn from his soul. Driving home in a fog, he couldn't recall the equations, the languages, or the knowledge. By the time he parked outside his apartment, it was all gone. The next morning, Floyd returned to Ridgeway High. He was greeted with the usual laughs, the whispers, and the kids making jokes at his expense. The teachers glanced at him, muttering about the janitor who once seemed like a genius, but now seemed like the old, simple man they remembered. As the days passed, Floyd sometimes found himself staring at the night sky, searching for a flicker of that strange light, feeling an odd sense of loss he couldn't quite explain. The world had moved on, and so had he, though he couldn't shake the sense that, for a brief time, he had been something more than the quiet janitor everyone thought they knew. But in the end, it was all just a memory that slipped through his fingers like stardust, lost in the vast silence of the universe.
What did you think about that terrifying tale?
until there is nothing left of you, and you are swallowed by the abyss.
No, stay back. As the caverns of the abyss takes you, I patiently await the next mortal that finds their way here to me. Your dark thoughts always lead you to me. So, my friends, until next time, I look forward to tasting your fear. You have stepped into the abyss.
Into the Abyss has been a Darkshogun production in association with Twisted Souls Media. Hi, I'm Troy Bursch, creator and producer of the short horror story audio podcast Into the Abyss. If you like what you're hearing so far, please consider leaving me a 5-star rating and review wherever you can. This helps get my show out there to listeners just like you. Also, like, subscribe, download, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll get a heads up every time a new episode drops. Thanks to everyone who listened so far, and I'll have my information in the show notes. Thanks. Follow me on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook is into_the_abyss_podcast. Instagram is into_the_abyss_podcast. Be sure to check out DJ Trillim tracks. These are most of the songs that I make up to put in the show's outros. These are sick, dope beats to keep your heads ringing. If you'd like to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/theshadowdweller73. This is a one-time donation and will be greatly appreciated. Any donations that I receive will go directly to the show, better equipment, and to put out the best product out there for you guys to enjoy. So that's buymeacoffee.com/theshadowdweller73. And anything helps. Thanks, guys. I have the Q&A feature on Spotify as well. Drop me a comment or ask a question and I'll definitely respond. Thanks again for listening and downloading. Keep sharing the show, either through social media or with your friends or family.
Clarity in the Club by DJ Trillim.